As we say goodbye to one of the biggest period dramas of all time, we're getting used to seeing the actors in newer roles. For over a decade, fans have been seeing the Downton Abbey faces the same way, and now they're shocked to see one actor's transformation. In today's video, we'll be talking about Robert Crawley's complete transformation for his latest exciting movie and what else he and the cast have been up to. First up, the Earl of Grantham is unrecognizable. When you think about Hugh Bonneville as Robert Crawley, you picture the cheerful, kind-looking man who only has the best interests of his estate and legacy at heart. He puts his family before everything and is always there as a supportive husband, father, and son. Another one of his big roles is Mr. Brown in Paddington, which sees him as an equally sweet, charming character, whom we all instantly grew to like as he took in the marmalade-loving bear. There's clearly a pattern here. Hugh plays the lovable, noble good guy, and even with his smaller roles like the James Bond movie Tomorrow Never Dies or the rom-com classic Notting Hill, we're used to a likable character. That's exactly why it came as a huge shock to fans when they saw him in his first big post-Downton project, where he not only has a much more negative character, he also has a sinister vibe that we haven't seen from him before. In I Came By, which is set to release on Netflix soon, he plays an ex-high court judge named Hector Blake, who is one of many insanely rich people living in London that a pair of graffiti artists are targeting. But when they finally break into Sir Hector's house, they find that he's hiding something big. Throughout the movie, he's a well-respected man, but this is so dark it could bring him down permanently. In the trailer that was just released, we hear Hugh's character talk about a liberating, empowering rage, a rage so strong that it drives him to do something drastic. We won't know what it is until we actually see the movie, but if the character and overall vibe are anything to go by, it can't be good. For the first time, we're seeing the Downton actor play the bad guy, and he's a really bad guy. Fans were understandably surprised when they saw the trailer, and not in a good way. Yes, this movie is so creepy, you'll want to watch it with the lights on. Devoted followers of the actor were commenting about how they won't be able to deal with him being the bad guy, and just how scary the role actually is. If you watch the trailer or the movie when it comes out, you'll understand what we're saying completely. The way he delivers his lines, it's easy to forget that he ever played a positive role. There's a completely villainous energy now, and even though we're not used to it, we can't wait to see it. So what else do we know about the movie? I Came By is the latest offering from Netflix, and it looks like it might be one of the best ones this year. The streaming service has been providing a steady stream of amazing content this year, what with the latest Stranger Things, The Sandman, and the highly anticipated Marilyn Monroe biopic Blonde. But this one breaks away from all the others. It's a crime thriller, like many others, but from the trailer, it looks like it's going to be more bone-chilling than any other movie in the genre. We'd say it's safe to expect jump scares and edge-of-your-seat suspense in this one, and we also recommend a movie partner for those extra creepy scenes. The movie has an all-star cast playing alongside Hugh Bonneville, including the breakout star of 1917, George McKay, as the protagonist. If you're a Line of Duty fan, you'll also recognize Kelly MacDonald from the show's 6th season. So what's the plot that's got everyone talking and biting their nails already? The movie will center around a young graffiti artist named Toby, who's your picture-perfect movie rebel with a nonchalant, eat-the-rich attitude. He goes around London breaking into rich people's houses and spray-painting pictures inside as his own personal uprising against the uncomfortably wealthy people who rule the city. Naturally, he wears a hoodie and is completely anonymous, so there's no trouble with being found yet. To other people like him, he's a hero, but to the law, he's just another wanted criminal. He's also joined by Jay, a fellow graffiti artist played by Purcell Ascot. This is just a normal day for them until they break into Sir Hector Blake's house and discover a terrifying secret. This secret then sends Toby on a dangerous journey across the city, putting him and his loved ones' lives in danger. The movie is pretty clear about one thing: messing with rich, powerful people never ends well. The trailer sets the mood for the movie perfectly, showing us that Hector has made a name for himself as the good guy already, with people praising his support for refugees. This is exactly what makes it all the more creepy when we find out what he's done. The film also boasts an incredible creative team, as it's being directed by Babak Anvari. He also has the critically acclaimed Under the Shadows to his name, and is a BAFTA winner because of it. If you've seen the movie, you know exactly how well he can pull off the kind of spine-tingling horror we can expect from I Came By. He's co-writing the movie with Namsi Khan, who's also responsible for other big names like His Dark Materials and Humans. If you're like us and can't wait to watch the movie, you won't have to wait very long. I Came By is only dropping in UK theaters on August 19th, but it'll be available to stream globally on Netflix on August 31st. Plus, this isn't the only thing Mr. Crawley is up to. Hugh might have been keeping himself busy with this latest role, but he must have more hours in the day than the average human since his book is coming out this year too. He's had quite the career in the industry, and his memoir, Playing Under the Piano, will go deep into all of it. Get ready to hear stories about working with Julia Roberts, Dame Judi Dench, Robert De Niro, Gary Oldman, and many more. We'll most probably hear tons of stories about his time playing the Earl of Grantham on Downton Abbey, since it's still his most memorable and long-running role. Watch out for stories from the Paddington set as well, where he had an equally amazing cast to work with. But it won't end in his professional life. We'll also get a deep look look at his personal problems, including his dad's struggle with dementia and his mother's secret double life that he didn't even know about until after her death. We're especially excited for the grandma with a love for cigarettes, gin, and horse racing. All the biggest names in the industry are calling it beautiful and touching, praising the actor's amazing writing abilities and rich stories. And that's not even all. He was also going on tour to promote his book later this year, with the only UK dates announced so far. He's going to discuss the book, take us behind the scenes of writing it, and probably even throw in a few extra stories that didn't make it into the pages. The tour currently has 9 shows lined up, and the actor has mentioned that further dates will be announced, which means US fans might get a chance to see him up close. And if you don't get tickets even then, don't worry, the first night will be live streamed completely, which is almost as good. Now for the latest from the rest of the Abbey. First, Lady Edith loved her role as much as we did. Laura Carmichael, who played Lady Edith Crawley, didn't have much of a role on Downton early on, but as she slowly started to come into her own and join the narrative more, she became one of the most likable and relatable characters on the show. She recently spoke out about how grateful she was for the role, saying it changed her life and was a gift for her. However, she added that she enjoys playing different roles, and you can see her in the creepy BBC show The Secret She Keeps for a taste of a different Laura. Next, get your period drama fix right here. If you're missing the Abbey, you're not alone. We might have an amazing new movie, but in case you want something new, we've got you covered. The Downton creator Julian Fellowes is also responsible for some other huge period pieces, including The Gilded Age, which focuses on late 19th century America. He's just been spotted in New York to film the second season, so it's the perfect time to catch up with the first. Finally, Cora Crawley is coming to the West Coast. Elizabeth McGovern was loved by everyone for her role as the lady of the house and Robert's wife, but since Downton, she's taken her talents to the stage. She wrote and starred in the London production of Ava, The Secret Conversations, based on Hollywood icon Ava Gardner. But in just a few months, the play will premiere at the Geffen Playhouse in LA, giving all her US fans a chance to see her up close. That's a wrap for this video. What are your thoughts on Hugh's new role? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.